What can you say about the just concluded presidential election? Was it free and fair?
To my own observation, it was free and fair.
The election is not free and fair.
We are saying that the INEC should cancel the election and conduct a fresh election, sir.
They are kidnapping all around.
9,000.
I will not very happy.
My name is Damlari. Online, you're watching Legit TV.
On 25th February 2023, the 2023 general election was conducted, where the APC candidate Bola Tinubu was declared the winner of the election. Today, we are on the street to ask Nigerians whether the election was conducted free and fair to them, or INEC should cancel the election and conduct a fresh one, as some are already calling the INEC on that. Follow me on today's episode of Street Gist. Sani Daudawa from Legit TV. Keep watching. What can you say about the just concluded presidential election? Was it free and fair?
You see, I'm of the opinion that this election should be cancelled.
Why?
Because one, we were deceived by this use of BVR. The BVR did not work, and based on that, it did not even offload all the voting that were voted. So thereby, using manual, which was not the intention. And apart from all that, we all came out. Hopefully, whatever you are doing, you leave it just to come and vote for the purpose of changing to new Nigeria. But at the end, we were disappointed by this election, this result, I mean to say. And one thing, the mistake they make that BVR was supposed to work. It is prepared to work, but they didn't allow it to work. One reason what I noticed that one of my children was trained, and he was taken to. They trained him with the use of Viber. But when he got to where he was supposed to conduct the election, his name was replaced by those who don't even know how to use the Viber. So this is the problem with them, and they did not look at that section.
What can you say about the just concluded presidential election? Do you think that the election was conducted free and fair?
Not at all. Not at all.
Why?
I would take my polling unit, for example. The polling unit I voted, I went in the morning together with my mom after casting our votes. And after like 2 hours, someone came knocking at my door that we should come. They said the voting we did is not valid, that we should come back and revote. So when I went there, I was asking them, why are you saying that the BVR was not working? I said, if the BVR was not working, why do you have to tell us to vote? And then he was just giving some flimsy excuses that he was calling his supervisor for hours. The supervisor was not speaking, and later the supervisor put off his phone, so he had to continue with the election. So I don't think it's a free and fair election, because I know that my vote didn't count.
Your vote didn't count? It
did not count.
So do you suggest that INEC should cancel this election and conduct a fresh one?
Yes, I would suggest that, because one, INEC didn't even follow the guidelines. Initially, INEC told us they were going to use the BVAS machine, and they told us that we will have access to the IREV. I downloaded the IREV, I was following, and then I discovered nothing was happening there. Whenever I check, I was expecting to see the live updates but nothing was there. And then they told us that from the polling unit, the election will be transmitted electronically. You'll be seen as your voting is counting. But then it wasn't like that. BVAS did not work, and then we went back to 2003. Yes, when it was manually. So it was a manual thing they did. So if they were not ready for the BVAS, they should have told us that we are not ready for this BVAS, and then we should know that we are doing this election manually. But you told us they are 101% ready, and then you didn't follow the guidelines. So I think the election should be cancelled and a fresh election should be conducted. Yes.
Do you think that the just concluded presidential election was free and fair?
No, I don't think so. Because the way the INEC handled the issue, or what they promised us, wasn't what we saw during the election.
What did you actually saw during the election?
Actually, the way they said the BVAS was to be used is not the way they used it. That is where I'm much concerned of. Yeah.
So now you are thinking that, or you are suggesting that the election should be cancelled and a fresh one should be conducted?
Yeah, if there's a way such will be done, if it's constitutionally, I think that should be better for us. Because the way Nigeria feels is like they're stealing their mandate.
They are kidnapping all around.
9,000. I will not very happy.
My name is Damlare. You're watching Legit TV.
Do you think that the just concluded presidential election was conducted free and fair?
No.
Why?
No. The reason is that the election is not free and fair. The reason is that people vote for their candidates, but the person that they are expecting him to win, that person, they couldn't see anything like that. So nobody is happy for the election. INEC, they have problem. What they're supposed to do, they are not doing. To do the right thing, they are not doing the right thing.
What was the right thing?
The right thing what they're supposed to do. There are some places whereby they are voting the person that they vote for him. They just, I can say, they just divide the voting and manipulating the voting. Yes.
So do you suggest that INEC should cancel this election and make a fresh poll?
To me, if they can do so.
If they can, they should.
Yes, let them cancel it and start afresh.
But if the election was to be cancelled and a new election should be conducted, do you think that your own candidate will win the election?
Okay, if it may be win. Yes, okay. My candidate, he may be win. And I'm sure God can make him to win.
What can you say about the just concluded presidential election? Do you think that the election was conducted free and fair?
It was free and fair, but there are some kind, I don't know how to put it, but the election was free and fair, no doubt. But there are some errors. There are some errors that I believe that the INEC did well, but there are some errors that they need to. This election, they need to renew it like normal, do it free as in like normal election. In normal election.
What can you say about the just concluded presidential election? Was it free and fair?
Honestly, the election was not free and fair. In a situation whereby the INEC chairman was like saying there should be an immediate transform of result to the server, of which at the end of the day it was a paper report, and it's not supposed to be like that. So to my own point of view, I believe that the election was not successful. It was not free and fair. When you say free and fair election, even the people around, the youth, everybody comes out in order to vote to their right candidate, of which their right was denied. So I believe if it is fair, free and fair election, by now everybody should be happy.
Yeah. So do you suggest that INEC should cancel this election and conduct a fresh one?
Yes. Everybody is having whatsoever in his mind, but we believe and thank God that the election come to a conclusive that the APC have won the election. But we are saying that the INEC should cancel the election and conduct a fresh election, sir.
How do you see the election? Was it free and fair?
It was not free, it was not fair, no, because people are even confused, you understand? That if a particular person did not win, only God knows what happened to Nigeria.
So you are suggesting that INEC should cancel the election and conduct a free and fair election?
What we are saying with Nigeria is not that they should not rule, but they should do a good thing. And to me, if the safety is going to, that will be experienced past year, it's still going to repeat itself, I think they should cancel the election.
You know, the just concluded presidential election, to my own observation, it was free and fair. Because to compare with the previous election, you can see human beings, people moving freely up and down. So had it been there for any hitch, I don't think you can see people moving up on that like this. If you compare with 2011 election in Kaduna State, compared to this one, this one is free and fair.
That was some Nigerians' opinion about the just concluded presidential election. While some are calling on INEC to cancel the election and conduct a fresh one, others are hailing INEC, saying that the election was free and fair. Whatsoever may be the case, we will keep updating you about the situation. On behalf of my production crew, the man behind the camera, Awal Bala, I, Sana Hamza Daudawa, saying good evening from Kaduna State, reporting for Legit TV.